I'm 𝗬𝗂𝗄𝗿, a recognized thought leader in the Microsoft Dynamics community and a Microsoft MVP for business applications. Welcome to the Get Your New View podcast. Keep listening to learn how we work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers that they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. In this episode, we're going to talk about the Phase 2 project, budgets. So why do companies put off budgets until after their go live, until Phase 2? This really goes hand in hand with financial reporting and dimensions. So if these are not ready, then budgets are not going to happen. It is possible that a company may not have a budget prepared, so that has to happen. Or they're just used to maintaining the budget in Excel and haven't even considered putting that in their ERP system. Remember, one of the major benefits of the ERP system is that everything's in one place, and budgets are no exception. It is not difficult at all to put this in place after go live. This can be done before or after, and this one is super easy. However, you are going to get a much bigger benefit from budgeting if you have done the design of your financial reporting and your dimensions first. I think a lot of companies don't know that Business Central makes budgeting really easy to do. Sometimes companies think that Business Central will somehow magically make a budget for them or route all the pieces to budget stakeholders. That's not a fact. Budgeting is a simple Business Central tool that holds your already constructed budget inside the ERP system so that you can report against it. Really, the primary benefits of using budget with Business Central is first that it's inside the system, and it also works specifically with your financial reporting and your dimensions. But think also about the fact that you've got this in your system. So if you're using other financial reporting tools like Power BI or other financial reporting packages, you can report against budget with those other tools because it's right there and available along with all of your other data. You don't have to integrate to a second source. So you can make a direct connection there. Another thing that maybe companies don't know about budgets is that you can keep as many budget versions as you like inside of Business Central. So maybe you want to do a simple what if scenario, or maybe you're just really off with your budget this year and you have to do a recast. So there are all kinds of little tools inside of Business Central budgeting that'll help you with putting that stuff together, including allowing you to download historical data, prior budgets, that kind of thing. So it's a simple but flexible and effective tool. I think that my favorite customer story related to budgets was a company that sent 2 of their accountants to one of my classes. It was a controller's boot camp, and they were a franchise operation that they had 36 business divisions. And they really lived and died by their budget. They were doing all of this in Excel, but they also had a big paperless initiative going on with their company. So they were trying to figure out how to stop keeping all of these separate spreadsheets out there and how to avoid creating more paper with this process. So they put budgets into place. And the first thing that was really a ginormous benefit to them is that they reduced the amount of time needed to put this together, sincerely, by weeks. Do you have Phase 2 projects that have been on your to-do list for way too long? Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, They get more done in less time, make better business decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at 𝗬𝗓𝗄𝗿.com to get started. It was taking them a couple of months just to get all this put together. And because of the processes they could use with putting their budgets into Business Central, they were truly able to reduce this by weeks. And on top of it, to support their paperless initiative, they trained their team to use financial reporting. This is not just their accounting people. This was people in other departments, other budget managers. They trained their team to use financial reporting and proper filtering so they can view the data live in their system. So they reduced a lot of complexity in their processes, and they made this system self-service where people could gather their own information in their own time. They didn't have to put in a request to accounting so they could get information. They could see how things were going real time because it was in the system, and they got rid of all these reports that were floating around forever. So if you're interested in moving forward with a simple project like budgeting, what can you do? One of the first things is to have a budget. You're still going to have to do the planning. You're still going to have to decide exactly what your revenue forecast is and what your budget is for your different cost centers and have all that put together. But once you have that budget available and ready for your next time period, you need to understand how that budget is going to work with your financial reporting and your dimensions. Those things really go hand in hand. So it's very easy to learn how to import your budget into your system, and you'll need to be ready to incorporate budgeted results into your financial reporting. So if you haven't done that before, you may need to create a few more financial reporting views so that you can look at things like actual versus budget. And one of my favorite features related to budgets and financial reporting together is that you can create a report that shows not only how you did month to date and year to date, but with a few simple column additions, you can see what was the total amount budgeted for year and how much budget remains. That's a huge one. I know that when I was a controller, I used to spend a lot of time answering that question. Hey, Carrie, how much of my budget is left for this year? You can easily use these tools together to answer that question and put that into a report that people can get to very easily, all on their own, without having to put in a request and wait for you to have time to answer it. So I think that's huge. NewView really can make it easy to do this. We understand financial reporting needs deeply, and we have lots of real-world experience in using this software for financial reporting. We can certainly guide you through the process to create and use the budget tool easily and help you understand how to use it and how to make it match the robust nature of your financial reporting and answer questions for your organization. If that's something that's interesting to you, please contact us today. It's super easy. Just send a quick email to info@getyournewview.com, and we'll set up a quick 30-minute call to talk about how you can get phase 2 projects done like this at your company. Did your team ever really get good training to understand how to use your business software? Do you think you could use more features of your software if you just knew how? Are you frustrated with inefficiency that never seems to get better? Do you suspect that there just has to be a better way, but you don't know what that is? We believe every company can benefit from increased efficiency and higher utilization of their software, and that it's possible to have fun while learning exactly how to do that. The experts at NewView Strategies work with frustrated Business Central and NAV users who struggle to use their system and find the answers they need. We teach them to truly understand how the system can support their business processes to make immediate and lasting improvements. As a result, they get more done in less time, make better decisions, and even love their system. Please contact us at getyournewview.com to get started.